was running a workshop with a group of personal trainers, and one of the things we discussed was client motivation. So this is the problem they faced. Clients initially were extremely motivated to change their eating habits and their training habits to meet their health and fitness goals. And yet, after that initial spurt of success, most of them reverted to their previous habits or land in situations that were even worse than before they started. So we started talking about this. Have you ever tried to set a goal and not achieve it? And you work really hard and not quite get there. You use sheer strength and extreme willpower to change your habits to stay motivated. And yet, after a while, it feels so exhausting that it's easier to revert to your habits from before. Today, I'd like to shed some light on this and show you one simple question that, when answered, will allow you to inspire yourself, to energize yourself, and motivate yourself towards the success, love, and happiness that you want in your life. But first, we have to understand that there are two types of motivation. And the first type of motivation is called moving away. So imagine this. You're walking, and then down by your feet, you see something disgusting. It starts to smell ripe and musky, and you need to get out of that situation. You need to move away from this situation. So where do you jump to? The correct answer is, it doesn't matter. Because all you need to do right now is to get out of the situation. So moving away motivation has no real direction. It doesn't need that. As you move away from this thing, you realize right now that the smell is gone and you're physically away from it. So your initial motivation starts to lessen. The smell isn't quite bad, so I'm okay. I don't need to move. Let's say someone had a goal, I want to lose weight. Now this is a moving away motivation, because essentially it's saying, I don't like seeing myself in the mirror. So this person starts changing their diet, starts changing their training habits, and start getting results. And now when they start looking at themselves in the mirror, the original pain has lessened. As they approach their target weight, what they see in the mirror isn't so bad after all. So they run out of motivation just before they hit their target weight. As you can see, moving away motivation is useful. It's useful to kickstart the journey towards change. But if that's all you have, then all you're focusing on are the unpleasant things. And that's not the best way to live. So how do you sustain motivation to achieve what you want? The secret is in this simple question. What do I want instead? This is the second type of motivation. It's called moving towards. With moving towards, you know where you're aiming at. So you've got a focus. You know what you want. And if you happen to steer off course for whatever reason, you know how to flexibly adapt and change course as you go. This is what moving towards motivation is all about. So how do you find you're moving towards motivation? One simple question that you can ask yourself. What do I want instead? Say your moving away motivation is, I want to lose weight because I don't like what I see in the mirror. So what do I want instead? Now, maybe it's about looking good and feeling good in your clothes. Perhaps it's about being fit and healthy to play footy with your kid. Maybe it's about running around the park with your family and friends and having fun. Maybe it's about climbing to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, the top of that epic mountain, because this is something you've always wanted to do and it's something that you love to do. And as you get closer to the goal, your motivation gets stronger. You're inspired and energized because that goal is nearly within your grasp. So do you stop now? Of course not, because this is something that you want to do, not something that you need to do. And that's what moving towards motivation is all about. It's about desire and passion and want. And ultimately, it's not stressful. It's actually freeing, exciting, empowering, and energizing. We're not saying that one type of motivation is better than the other. What I am saying is these are two companions, two useful companions that are complementary in your journey towards success, love, and happiness. And we can use them resourcefully. Use moving away to kickstart the journey towards change, and use moving towards to energize you to achieve your goals. So the next time you feel compelled to move away from the things that you don't want or need in your life, ask yourself, what do I want instead? All the best with love and empowerment. My name's Andrew Lowe.